EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bears will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Houston's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high power.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Everett. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Bears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, what a move to get room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Everett. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, handle it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Back to pass. He'll pull it down. They almost got a 1st down there. Stop the yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Toledo. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Cougars moving quickly to the line.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it'll be a short game, and no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. And he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Bears are flying down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. He might want another play. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking for the goal line. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point was good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Working that wide receiver screen. Reaches into the bag of moves and finds his way up to the 31.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking downfield, it's Everett. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Bears will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking downfield, it's Everett. Slings it downfield. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, and why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bears! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been light.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Punt is in the air. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Makes the catch. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to take a shot on second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The Bears, after that last play, it's second and a mile. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
On fourth down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The Houston offense ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Oh, he makes the catch. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That is how you finish a play with some serious physicality. Nice job by the defense. He gets 1 yard, and you do the rest. You hit him, and you make him feel it. Next time he catches the football, he's going to be like, hey, where's that dude at?
Grabbed in the middle. It's Thurman. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
First down for the offense.
To the air, it's Everett. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7.
31, Houston, 7.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. Here's a heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
Unloads to the right. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco.
Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
At the 45 on his way. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48. And this offense is rolling. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Probably be a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some points, and bring some energy now to our sideline.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Rush is on him, trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Houston will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Gaines. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Under fire. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Dropping back, it's Everett. Gets it out fast. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now facing a 3rd and long. The inside handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Release to the back. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bears will line up to punt it away.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
He's tackled at the 38-yard line. Brings up second down.
That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense getting set for first down. They want to throw it. Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Got his man on the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll try to pop the draw. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Cantrell. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Houston will be forced to punt.
On to punt it away.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.